Hello everyone, this is KK Trader. Today is March 4th, 2021, Thursday. And let's talk about today's market. This is SPY, the index of S&P 500. Very ugly chart. A big red candle. And this is a Weibao platform, okay? We talk about this in the chat room, in the comments. We say we want Trump to be back. When Trump was the president, never have the normal days that 3 red candle in a row. 5 2 big red candle, 1 green, and 3 red candles. And seems like the president, the government, they don't care. As Trump said, if Biden is the president, market will crash. Here it is. Market crashed. 3 red candle. I am $20,000 negative, lost. And I had good, I had a profit before I didn't close it, and now it's $10,000 less. But look at now, I had an 80% gain, $40,000, and now it's 11% gain that wiped out my $15,000 from my very top. This is ridiculous. But it's our fault. You don't blame anybody. This is your trade. You control your own trade. And when over here, as my position here, I am 40%, no, 80%, 40,000, 40,500 something. And I was greedy. I thought this will be going the last time and go back. Nope, didn't happen. Even when this high spike, I was thinking this is probably the last one. But seems like market was still normal. But now look at this. 3 and break through down the previous line, previous support. Now wiped out a lot of my money. Everybody bleeding in their account. So this is Democrat, this is the Biden's government. So COVID-19, as we know, COVID-19 is this. Is this market crash 3 days in a row, 5 days in a row? 1, 2, but not that big. See, this is small. And then down, up and down. And this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then go up a little. We are wishing tomorrow will go up Friday. So don't make everybody want to jump off the building to die. You know, the government is supposed to do something. This COVID-19, we have the vaccines now. Why we have this such big dump? Big dump. This support, it didn't support it. Still going down. Like yesterday, didn't hold it. Yesterday, this line. And today another one. You're supposed to go up a little. Don't just do this big sharp one, right? This one, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they did it before. 3 red candles in a row. So I hope tomorrow will give us a green candle to consolidate a little bit, right? Then you dump, right? But let's see what's going on tomorrow. This is SPY. Let's see DIA. Look at the ugly candle. Look at that. Look at that. And this is QQQ. QQQ because so many high-tech companies, takers that jumped too much. They need to consolidate because the price is overpriced. I never buy those $200 or $300, $500 stock. That's so expensive. Anyway, let's talk about my positions I had here. Yesterday, I closed some positions and I almost just make it even. I had this wrong. Okay, I closed this. I sold this. It was given to me, the shares, yesterday. I sold it yesterday. Because it's there. Always border. It's there. You need to watch it all the time or just move it somewhere else. I didn't. And I bought at a 340 yesterday and I sold it. I bought it at 500 shares today, 240.84. I sold it 289. I saw the curving down, I was thinking to get it lower, but didn't. Now it's still up, so I couldn't use the same price to buy it back, even I say 285. I'm still having the order here, maybe 284. And I sold this one. I bought it at 155 yesterday. Yeah. And I sold it at 162. I probably make $80. And I sold this one. I bought it at 464 and I sold it at 486. Now it's 430. So I did a good sale. But I almost just make it even. I didn't make it too much money. I could make $500 on this, but greedy. I was thinking will go up, but it didn't. So now it's lower than the price I sold. So that's good, right? 430 now. That's the closing price. And I had today, I bought it at 139 and now is 140. So I'm going to hold this because a few days ago I bought it at a 160 something, 174. I sold it at 182. Yeah, I have the order here. Why I'm buying this? Because this day from 124 to go to 170, that's 50 cents. That has a big big percentage gain on a small amount of, cheap stock like this. So I own it and then I bought it that day and I sold it at 182. But I sold 20 cents cheaper. But that's okay. I got out of that position. Otherwise, I'm trapped. And I bought it 139. So I'm going to hold that. And then one of my fans follower asked me about this taker. He asked me whether this will go up. I said I didn't like the price. I bought it at 174. I sold it at 182. I get rid of that position because I think this will go lower. There you go. Today go lower. 130 something I want to get in, and I did something else. I didn't get in the lowest price right here. I saw it over here. I want to get in here. I didn't. I want to see whether it will go low or go high. And then grinding over here. Then I get in over here. And I try to get in again and didn't take my order. Anyway, and I try to buy it back. I buy the OPTT 500 shares, 284. I couldn't get it back here. See? Now it's grinding over here, 297 to 2 something, but it doesn't give me the price. I bought it at 284. I think this will still going up. The top is $7 something. So if you buy it at $2 something, less than $3, you still can make double the price, double your money, Sooner or later, this is the energy sector using the wave of the ocean. So the expenses on the company, I think, is less than anything else because ocean is that's natural, ocean water up and down, tide up, or go down the water up and down makes the energy. So I think this company has a very big potential. And I bought this one and I sold it. I bought it at 368. And I seen this is grinding down. I was thinking maybe go low back here. So I took the profit. I sold it at 371, but I couldn't get it back in. So aftermarket is 390 something. So up and down, just don't worry about it. But when I saw 355, 350, I said, this is my price. I want to get in. And I was doing something else. And this just jump up to 360 something. I try to go back to 355-ish because I sold 357. So I wanted the price 350 something, but I sold get in. Then I sold get in there. I didn't. I was hesitant to see whether market will go lower. Oh, you never know. When reach your price, just get in like my last the down. So to see what happens tomorrow, keep an eye on the taker that I had done a few trips, maybe 1 or 2 trips already. WATT, I did one trip. You see here, WATT, I think it's in my IRA account. I did. WATT, I did it before. WATT, Look at it here, I show you. WATT. See, Tiger, I sold it, 610. Tiger now is over 30, used to be. but I sold a C by 203. WATT, I started at 203 and I sold it 199. What happened here? I have 2000 shares, I think. WATT sold 199. Bought it at 203. WATT 2000 shares 240 and 222, and I sold it. WATT, wait a second, I sold it 250, so I made $300. WATT buy 100 shares. WATT buy 355. WATT 357 sold, right? WATT 357. That's it. I did made a few trips. WATT sold 357. I bought it at 322, right? Sold it at 357. And yeah, I bought it at 355. I bought it. I sold for 14. See, this is the one. I made a lot of money, right? 415. Where is it? 415? 415. Yep. January 25th. I sold 415. I bought it 338. I did bought it a few times. 344, 344, 339, 338. I sold for 14. For 14. So I made some good money, right? Yep. But anyway, talk about my positions. And I have this one. Today is a very bad day for me. Suppose go up, but didn't go to 379 and fade it out because the earning is 0.07 negative, but previous earning is 0.08 negative. So it's a little bit better, but the sales not as estimated, didn't beat the estimate. So the earning not very good, but hopefully we just hold it until the next earning to see what happens. But this one, we all hope it to go over $3. Didn't happen. And I'm still holding it, losing $200. I could just make it even get out. I saw that, 44, at least I make $200. Now I lose $200. Sometimes the most time you hold, it make you the bigger money, but I'm not very sure when I can get my money back. But anyway, this is the market. You have to be sharp very much. This is the aftermarket. It's hard to sell. You have to set a certain limited order, but that order, the price going lower, so you could not do the market price. So this is hard to sell, it's hard. Anyway, That's my position. I tried to add ATOS and didn't give it to me. I'm still kind of trying to add. This is top number one, 210, 210. And try to add this one too. Add another 1,000 shares and 133. And doesn't give it to me, it's grinding here, grinding. Maybe I should go here, just do it. 140. And I'm trying to add this one too with the price. Oh, seems like going down to 85. Now execute it. Maybe I should go to 85. Maybe I can get it executed. Don't know. 284. Uh-huh. So that's my position. And tomorrow, I don't know what it will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, QQQ, DIA, where they want to go. This is DIA, the Dow Jones. Want to go here or here or there's no other way to go anymore. So we have 3 lines here. This is the last top, okay? And this is the last dip over here. So this is the resistance for here. This is the support for this, job. If this doesn't hold, then we'll go lower. If this holds tomorrow, will give us a green candle here. Just, pull back a little bit. I mean, push up a little bit. Let us get out of some of the positions, not all, because my old positions is up there. I don't know, but seems like everybody now is bleeding very much. The blood bath in our comments in the ticker. Today is another blood bath. This is the government. This is the Biden's government, okay? He can play, allow the market to go wherever, freely, boldly, whatever, okay? So we have to watch. We can do nothing. We predict it, but it's nothing as we want or we predict and analysis. So we have to open our eyes tomorrow and be patient. So don't get sick of this bleeding market. Don't be too emotionally. This is the investment, or you do the day trading thing that happens every day. But this is just 3 days in a row bleeding and dunking. And this is happened from this made by the institutions. We retailer cannot do this such big dump. We don't have the shares. They do. They sell the shares in their hands. They have lots of shares. Okay? Don't be emotionally. We just market up and down. This is it. And hope we catch the dip, catch the bottom, or when we see the market turn, we go buy the fear, sell the greed. That's why I tried it. Even today, I didn't want to do anything. I told myself, wait a second. This is the price I always wanted, This is the price. I want to get in this one very active. This one, see? This one very active. You can play this one. Uh-huh. You can play this. This up and down very much. And didn't give me, I have the 1,000 shares, didn't give it to me. Maybe I just let it execute it. Go over here. Uh-huh. I want to see what will happen. Uh-huh. What will happen. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And I just share my experience, my knowledge, my analysis, and my predictions. And you don't say that I say it and I predict that I did it. I have it. I bought it. I have the position for all of the takers that I gave it to you, that most of them at least double the money, and some of them like the Tiger, EXP, all of the takers I gave here all doubled. Uh-huh. The Tiger, lots of the takers are doubled, lots of the takers are doubled. This one's 396. 396. I bought and sold 401. And that's the date. It's February 8th. I sold it. That one, okay. I have other takers, but anyway, uh-huh. Anyway, I'm not analysis, financial analysis, and I'm just a day trader. I want to double my money. I did a few times. So I always want to catch the bottom and take a ride to go all the way up, then I get out. And to do the next taker. So 1 year you can at least you can catch a few. So within a year you can double, triple, or 4 times, 5 times, 10 times of your money. And we hope we can make money from the market. But this one, another thing is we need to have our rule and stick to our rules. Uh-huh. Get out quickly, cut loss quickly, or you just hold long term. Okay, this is it. Hope you like it. Share the link, subscribe. The first 1888 subscribers will get my free account subscriber, and later on I will charge money for my channel. Okay, thank you so very much for watching. You have a wonderful day. Bye.